I've been using the Neewer 160 light since 2016 to light my wedding receptions, supplement bigger lights on commercial shoots, and act as fill lights and backlights on my videos like this one. I've got one right over here lighting the side of my face. And these lights they're simple, they're small, but they put out a good amount of light if you're in a normally lit or dimly lit scenario. You can see, turning it all the way up, kind of how much light we are getting. And obviously if I'm holding it up here, ooh, that's really bright as you bring it out. So you can get a lot of good light out of this for much smaller kinds of shooting scenarios in normal indoor types of environments. At wedding receptions, I'm rarely having them on full power, as usually it's a pretty dimly lit environment and they deliver plenty of light to get, nice well-lit images, even at, let's see, that's full brightness, even like at half brightness, you can really light up your scene. You turn it on and adjust it through this little lever. You can see off, on. You just rotate it, and then the more that you rotate it, the brighter the light gets. This works fine. I wish there were markings and an actual separate on-off switch so that it was easy to perfectly match the brightness if you turn it off between takes to save battery life. It also only works with batteries. There is nowhere to plug in an AC adapter. So if you want to have a set and forget light that's just running on AC that you just flick on and off and don't have to worry about the battery life, that is not this light. Kind of the trade-off of that, though, is that this light is small enough that you can mount it on a camera's cold shoe and have it be just a little bit of a supplemental portable light, have it really low brightness, but still be able to, add some light to people's faces, like at a wedding reception or run and gun interview, documentary style kind of thing. And these lights come with both a white and an orange filter that you can easily just slide in and out. So you can get both a daylight temperature as well as a indoor light temperature on your light. And you've got that different color temperature. So on the back of the light, there is this little button here that you can press and it lights up to kind of give you a sense of how much battery life is left. We can see all 4 red lights are lighting up on this guy. So, he's a pretty fully charged battery. Now, of course, it would be great if there was like an exact percentage somewhere, because this is just really an estimation. And when the light's battery starts to actually run low, you'll notice that it does dim considerably, even turned all the way up, before the light just completely shuts off. With these NPF 970 batteries that I've got in here, these lights last a long, long time, especially if you're using them at half power or below. Smaller NPF batteries won't last as long, but could be a good option if you are mounting it on your camera. The light by itself is not very heavy. If I take out this battery, this battery is almost twice the weight of this actual light itself, which is crazy. All of my Neewer 160 lights I bought in 2016, including this one that I'm showing you right now, and they last a long time. These guys have been pretty well abused. They have been dropped, they have been knocked around, they've been bouncing around in my camera bags, and they keep on ticking. I've definitely had more than a few scenarios where I thought it was nicely secured onto my cold shoe mount, tipped my camera down, the whole thing fell and hit, the concrete floor, still ticking. So if you're looking for a small portable video light that is pretty durable and just keeps on ticking, I really do recommend these guys after having used them for so long. I don't really ever feel a need to upgrade or replace them to something else in this type of form factor.